Good morning on Thursday the 15th of August. Here's me squinting into the sun, which means it's a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, we love that. So, yep, here at my little private beach of the last couple of days. Yeah, fantastic spot, but time to move on today. Not far though. I'm thinking just to go around the corner actually. It's virtually behind these hills, I think. A place called Little Jonah Bay, which should be well situated for the current conditions. The current conditions are not much wind. But let's just swing around, see what the day looks like. In fact, it's just got a few ripples coming in now from the south. It was absolute glass before, all the way to the horizon. Sort of, you look at that, and it looks like the edge of the world when it's like that. It's like, yeah, I can see why they thought they might fall off of it in those days gone by. So, swinging around here, but yeah, hope to get going in the next hour. No rush, it's not very far at all. But yeah, it would be nice to catch the southerly, because it will swing around to the northeast a little bit later on, which will also be fine. But yeah, catch a free ride when you can, right? Anyway, let's see what the day brings. And here we are on our way again. Me and fast forward, that is. Or fast forward and I, sorry, my bad. Yeah, leaving my little beach behind. I hope it'll be okay without me. Probably better for it, probably, but anyway. Very slight little zephyr of wind at the moment. 2.7 knots, if that's to be believed. And we're just ghosting along at about 2.5 knots. That's not too bad. Anyway, probably just a short stint today. Sorry, I was checking things out in the water as I see them go by. Just round to Little Jonah Bay. If that looks good, I'll stop there. If not, well, hey, there's lots of other places. Look at this day again. Ha! Looking out, it's a few ripples coming in, just enough to get us going. Hayman Island in the distance, Gumbrel, Alden. Yes, I'm sure everybody's tired of me listing the islands, but I'll do it anyway. It's my video, right? Yeah, so just cruising out slowly, about 2.5 knots, which means we've probably got the tide behind us. And looking back here, this is George Point George, which I'm basically just going to go round. There shall be island up ahead. Yeah, every evening and morning I could see the lighthouse from here flashing away. So it's one of the most, or must be one of the most northern islands now in the group. There we have. Holy moly, I can't think now. I'll come back to that one. But looking south now, you can see the gap down there, which is Whitsunday Passage or Channel, and you can see another one to the right, which is Mole Channel. And the big hill there is the one that I can't remember the name of it. I'm good like that. And that sort of is over the top of Airlie Beach. So somewhere tucked in there is Airlie Beach. I have managed to get some internet back, but yeah. Alden Island, Grassy Island, Gumbrel Island, Armit Island. There you go, done it. And Hayman Island, it came back to me. Like, hey man. Anyway, yes, I'm still waiting to have my second coffee. My apologies for that. Rattray Island up ahead, George Point, which was basically sort of what my beach was on. It's part of the whole Gloucester, Cape Gloucester. I had sort of intended to go out around Eschol Island and Rattray, but the wind, or should I say the lack of wind, had other plans for me. Just have a listen for a minute. Silence. Except for that idiot taking the video who keeps talking. My ears ringing. It's just like, when do you get silence like this? I think it's about to be broken. I think we've got people on water bikes coming. Surely not. These whales went on and on, just breaching. I mean, enough that I could actually catch them doing it. There we go.
There had to be about 5 or 6 or more. It was, yeah, just incredible. So, lucky catch.
Slowly coming around George's Point here, and yeah, Gloucester Island, it's quite impressive. The biggest peak there is called Bertha. You're just going to say Big Bertha, right? I mean, you know, it is. I mean, look at the clouds it's pushing up into the air, so condensing above. So yeah, pretty decent rise coming straight out of the sea. Little breeze springing in now. Those whales are just probably still going. Yep, they're still going on out there. They're incredible. Just won't stop. Nice. And swinging around here, I can actually see Airlie Beach now in there, which means, which is why I've got a little bit more internet connection now than I had, because I've got a straight line of sight to it. So we'll probably lose that again in a little bit, but that's okay. Let the world miss me, or not. Yeah, haven't got very far from our little beach. Mother and calf. Yeah, the calf, there he is. Little calf is tiny. I think she's basically keeping him on her head, perhaps until we get past. That's basically where they put them when they're... There he is, feeling threatened, which, yeah, we're just quietly drifting by.
I was never any good at these modern stylized fonts, so if anybody can help me with this one, please leave the comments down in YouTube. What does it say, deal, or... Yeah, I got nothing.
Saddleback Island. So yeah, just coming around. Behind there is little Jonah Bay somewhere. There's actually some civilization. Well, sorry, I don't know what you want. There's houses, let's put it that way. Yeah, well, this guy is exactly not a trawler. All that paraphernalia on top. He must be the guy who controls the Mars rover, I guess. Anyway. Okay, so we're getting a closer look at Gloucester Island here and Big Bertha. That's Gloucester Passage through there, and on the other side I'm assuming I can see the land around the city, town or village of Bowen, which is as far north as my insurance is going to let me go without applying for it, but I think it'll be plenty for me this trip. Yeah, it was a bit of a wake-up call, sort of thinking, I've got to actually think about going back down in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So just to make it back for various things I have to be there for in November. So, but yeah, it's warm as at the moment. What a difference. It's just looked at the thermometer in the cabin, and it is actually cooler in the cabin because of the shade, the sun. Yeah, in the sun it's going to be a lot hotter. And it was 28 degrees. 28 degrees. Listen to it, 28 degrees, and it's winter. Love it. Yeah, so looking back here at Eschol Island, Rattray Island, I was going to go round them, but the wind sort of died right off, went round the other way, as forecast, so I thought, yeah, no, I can catch them on the way back if I really have to. But yeah, I guess this is where the Whitsundays really start. If you're coming from the north, this is it. So... fabulous. Oh yeah, and speaking of Gloucester Pass, excuse me, I'll be going through there at some stage, maybe the next couple of days. On the other side is Gloucester Resort, and there is a very large yachty gathering. Yes, thank you for that. No show without punch once again. Fondly known as shaggers. And that's, not really what it's all about. The island there, I think it's Gloucester Islet. I'm not quite sure. Ooh, I can hear a whale breathing behind me. Is actually fondly known as Shag Island because that's a nesting place for shags, and in true Australian fashion it's called Shaggers. So this event is fondly known to everybody as Shaggers. 4-day event, starts on the 22nd of... I've got to turn around and find out who's breathing here. Oh, there we go. A couple of whales right here. You can always hear them before you see them. Well, that's how it is for me anyway. Once again, I think it's a cow and calf. So this place is obviously a nursery. Listen to that. I'm assuming you can see because I can't see the screen at all. But there we go. It never gets old. Never gets old seeing whales. Okay, I can see why they're called the Saddleback Island now. Yeah, very appropriate name. Now, somewhere in there is where I hope to go. Let's go and see what it looks like. So far, so good. I do see some bits of human habitation. I don't know if I'm going to go for that in a big way. Anyway, let's go and have a closer look. Maybe they'll keep to themselves. Now, looking at the inland or western side of Saddleback Island, it's got a nice little sandy spit here, which, looks pretty nice. Not that I'm going to stop there. My destination's one of those two bays. I would say it's probably the one on the left, smaller one. I guess it's in the name, Little Jonah Bay. Anyway, we're going to check it out, see how it looks.
Okay, so let's check out the digs for the night. Yes, nice beach, turquoise water, lovely. Check. Okay, and what about the view? I mean, we've got to look at something nice, don't we? So, Saddleback Island, that's good. The open sea. Gloucester Island, including Big Bertha. Gloucester Passage. And, the rest of Cape Gloucester. Now, there's even mobile towers on top of the hill over there. So we've got the internet as well. I think I'll move in, actually. Stuff just staying the night. Great place. Looking at it from this angle, I could be forgiven for thinking I've just anchored off Rarotonga. Yeah, lovely spot. Can't beat it. It was then he realised that he wasn't the first person to ever have been marooned here. Oh dear, these signs of somebody been here before.
And this guy here owns the beach. Well, he thinks he does. He's the only one here. He just chased another gull away just a few minutes ago. And he's sitting there looking at me like, what the hell are you doing on my beach? So, anyway, obviously not a lot of chips in this part of the world. So that's quite nice to see them in their normal habitat, rather than cities and things.
I know, enough of that island. But just looking back here, like the previous beach I stayed at, there's sort of traces of a creek, maybe even a pond or something during the rainy season, where this just fills up and then flows across the beach. You can see the tide mark there, basically, where the water's been up to. So I'm assuming it's fresh water, or unless there... Oh, and look, there's the moon. Thank you for watching another Fast Forward to Queensland video. As always, don't forget to like, comment on YouTube and subscribe to Dawn Raider.